What's up, guys? I wanted to make a video for anybody that owns a Lowrance Ghost Trolling motor, and I've heard a couple people having these problems. I've heard of a couple fixes. One would be that, you know, you buy a new top of this top shroud and a new thing that's waterproof and the magnetic's a little better and stuff like that, and it would fix it. I didn't really want to spend 300 bucks before I took a look at this, so like, you know, I'm pretty handy, so I was like, I'll take a look at this myself. Here's what I found out. First of all, there's this shroud. Goes underneath of there. There's two T10 bolts down there, and then the other, there's like 10 or 12 around the underside, T15. So you need those two tools, T10 and T15, to get those off. So whenever I'm using my fob, this thing never stays straight, and it's always off by a couple inches. Right now my trolling motor is facing straight, and this is facing about 10 o'clock. Maybe about 2 o'clock actually. So when you're out in the water, it's really frustrating, especially you spend all that money on this thing and it doesn't work right. It's very frustrating. So here's what I just figured out, and I haven't 100% fixed it yet, but I'm going to do it when I have you guys on here. So first things first, to take this off of here, all you do is get a little screwdriver and you can pull that right up. There's a magnet right here. There's normally a little white piece of little dot right there. I took it off there because I was thinking, I put a little bit of dielectric grease right there to maybe just let it spin on there. I was thinking maybe it was getting caught up on there and wasn't being able to shift, and maybe it was a little bit messed up in there. Well, that's not the problem either. So I'll take this off of there. I was also thinking, you know, when this goes on there, this can only go on there one way. Normally when you turn it, it's going to want to go back to the exact direction. This magnet only sticks on there one way. And look, actually that's cool that it did that. What happened was they didn't glue this down inside that little hole good enough. So as this motor right here itself is turning, right, and this magnet's turning, basically it was loose inside of that sleeve and it was just shifting around. So all you do, what I'm going to do, is just put some glue on there. You can tell on one side there used to be a little bit of glue, and they just didn't, this honestly didn't glue it down all the way. So I'm going to put that back down in there. That's the wrong side anyways. Hold on. Use a little screwdriver to get this back out of there. Stick that down in there. Find out, like I said, if you can see this, this only goes one way. You start to spin that, it's going to spin back by itself. So what you want to do is get it on there to where it wants to be. Like I said, it's only going to go one way. You can't put it on there wrong. Now my trolling motor is faced forward. Let me make it perfectly face towards the front of the boat. Take this, put it on towards the front of the boat. So now your arrow is facing directly forward. Excuse me. Now don't lift up on it. Slide forward like that and slide it out of the way. Now I'll take a marker and mark what's exactly forward. So that's the front. So when I take this out of there, I know how to glue that. I almost did this wrong a second ago when I was thinking about this, but make sure you have that arrow on that magnet and make sure it's facing forward, because if not, you're going to glue that magnet down there and never get it back out, and you're going to screw yourself for the eternity of time. And like I said, it only goes on there one way. So if you screw it on there, glue it in there sideways, that's the way it's going to go. So make that mark on there. I'll take this magnet back out. Set it down over here for a second. I just got this Gorilla Glue. It's worked on everything I've ever used it on before, so I don't really see a reason why it wouldn't now. I'm just going to put a little bit on the bottom of here. And then I'm going to set this down there. Make sure you turn it to face forward before it starts drying. And I would say that's directly forward. Now I gotta get it out of there. Okay. And push that down. All right. Let's give that 5 minutes to dry and come back. I guarantee you it fixes it. All right, I put that glue on there. It's been about 5 minutes. I haven't tested this out yet, but let's do it live, I guess. Now I'm not going to screw this all the way down because it doesn't really pull it down much more. Now see what I'm saying? It will only go on their own way. You let go of that, it's going to go back forward. Okay, let's try it. Oh, there we go. And that's spot on to where it's at. I mean, it's always had a little bit of variance in it, but it's never followed all the way like that. So yeah, perfect. There you go. I mean, that's what I did, and I'm gonna go ahead and I feel like it would move even better once I screw it down. It might pull that down a little tighter. I'm gonna put a little bit of grease on here where that sits, a little bit right there. And just for what it is, I mean, this isn't, I don't know if I was doing this for as a profession if I would tell someone to do this, but I'm going to put a little bit of this grease around here to where this, in that track where that spins around. But honestly, it couldn't hurt anything. It's all waterproof in there anyways. So I'm going to put that on there. You can hear it scraping a little bit as it goes around. So I'm going to put a good amount of that in there. I think with doing that, it'll help it move even smoother. Yeah, it's moving a lot smoother just from doing that. So, all right, there you go. Hope that helps somebody. Like I said, I'm not a boat mechanic or anything, but if you want to save $300, if that's your specific problem, I would check either your magnet in here and make sure that puppy's not moving around, or check your magnet down there and see if you can take it out. If you can, you know that's going to be your problem because that magnet's not in there tight. So there you go, guys. I hope that helps someone. Good luck on the water.